What's up? It's Devin Singletary from the Buffalo Bills on the Behind the Mask podcast. You know, Bills Mafia. Y'all make sure y'all check this one out. You know, we're talking about the sense of urgency around the team heading into the AFC Championship game. You know, so man, make sure y'all check this out. Y'all really want to check us out. See what we're talking about. We're giving some insight. So, Bills Mafia, tune in.
What's going on, my good people? It's your favorite plus-size model, Tutan Reyes, in the building, co-host of the Behind the Mask podcast, along with my brother, Takeo Spikes. We are excited. Why? Because it's championship weekend. I know you're going to be watching the games this week, but first, make sure you tune into this episode. We had the Buffalo Bills running back, Devin Singletary on, and he's talking about all the expectations of the AFC Championship, what you can expect from him. Man, this is an incredible episode. Make sure you follow us on social media at the BTM Podcast. Click the bell for notifications so you can see when the new episodes drop. Subscribe, share. Man, football season is almost over. AFC Championship. It's time to go. The Behind the Mask Podcast. There's only one rule. There are no rules.
Let's go behind the mask.
Welcome back to another playoff edition of the Behind the Mask podcast. Yes, I am your host, Takeo Spikes, joined alongside virtually by my co-host. Well, yeah, Joe.
What's good? It's your favorite plus-size model, Tutan Reyes, in the building.
We got the playoff edition. We checked in with the Kansas City Chiefs a few days ago. Now we checking in with the Buffalo Bills, man. What's good, bro?
Man, you know what? Championship week, when we played, man, and even after we played, it was so exciting because we knew the Super Bowl was coming up. But this is like the Final Four for the NFL. And this is where, you separate the men for the boys. You want to see who really wants it the best. What better way to do it? Like you said, we had the Chiefs on. Let's see what's up with the Bills right now.
Yeah, man, we got to check in with the Buffalo Bills camp, man, because, like, this future young budding star is the pride and joy of FAU University, man. Y'all give it up for my dog, Devin Singletary.
What up, man? What's going on? Appreciate
you
having me.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely, bro, because, like, I see what you're doing, and we checking in. We letting everybody know on the BTM podcast, like, who got the clout, and we only bring on the guys who are only worthy. So congrats to you, man. Congrats to the Buffalo Bills. Great win over the Ravens. And when you look at it, a lot of people thought, hey, well, you all did. Last week was your biggest game of your career. And now when you come back, this is the biggest game of your career, being in the AFC Championship, bro. Like, what's good, man? Enlighten me. Enlighten us.
Man, last week definitely was a big game. This week gonna be a bigger game, because we know it's at stake. We trying to get to that Super Bowl. So, man, this week gonna be real, especially in practice. Everybody amped up, everybody ready. So, I'm just trying to take it one day at a time and not get too anxious at this point.
Well, you definitely doing your thing as you've done all season. Young in your career, you know what I'm saying? But they gave you a nickname already, Motor. So typically that's reserved for, defensive linemen that, may not be as big in stature or as talented, but they hustle a lot. But as a running back, how'd you get the nickname Motor?
Yeah, so, my pops had it first, it was passed down. But once I started playing ball, it just stuck with me. Everywhere I went, no matter school, on the field, wherever, they was calling me Motor.
That's the plan. That's the handoff and another broken tackle. One more for Devin Singletary, carrying defenders. Still on his feet out to the 28-yard line.
Obviously, bro, like, the biggest game in your career, and you already stated that. But this is the first time for the Bills in 25 years going to the AFC Championship game. Some people look at it as pressure. Some people look at it as unnecessary stress. How are you coping with it?
Yeah, man. 25 years, that's a long time. First of all, that's longer than I've been living. But as far as coping with it, man, pressure, none of that, how I was taught, how I was brought up, man, you don't feel pressure, you apply pressure. And I know my brothers right along with me. I know that's their mindset. And our sense of urgency is big, especially heading into this game. So, man, that's how I've been coping with it, man. Never feel pressure, always apply.
And you got to have that sense of urgency. I mean, it's like win or go home. You know what I'm saying? And this is the reason that you play to get the ring, to have opportunity to get that ring. Going back to last week, though, the Ravens did, they did a decent job kind of limiting the Bills' explosive plays on offense. The Chiefs, that stingy defense, I know they're going to try to do the same thing. What can you do for your offense to kind of, keep that stingy defense of the Chiefs at bay?
Yeah, man, whatever it takes. If that's making plays in the pass game, I got to make some plays to help my team. If that's making plays in the run game, got to do that. If that's making a big pass block, whatever it may be, man, I got to do that. And really, you don't got to do nothing too crazy. Just keep doing the small things right, That's what got us here. So just keep doing that, and I feel like everything will fall in our favor.
Yo, when we spoke to linebacker Anthony Hitchens from the Chiefs, and he talked about it's important, vitally important, about Stefon Diggs and Josh Allen, minimizing the big play.
Right.
When you've been around these guys this entire year, you've seen the maturation of Josh Allen. You've seen the growth of how they've been able to find together collectively overall. When you look at that and having a front row seat compared to where we are sitting, like what makes them such a successful tandem in the NFL, possibly one of the best?
Right, man. I would say it all started back from off season. Even in these trying times with the COVID, we was able to get a few workouts in before it got too hectic. And I know that played a big part, on those guys is getting to know each other, filling each other out. And then from there on, it just seemed like they kept getting better and better, kept working, stacking days, working and working. So to me, just personally, just watching them boys work day in and day out, I think that's why they're so special. And it's going the way it's going.
And you are obviously an incredible complementary piece of that offense, getting the running game going. Everybody knows that the ball is going to go to Diggs and Josh Allen, what he does in the passing game. How do you say, I may not get the ball as many times as I like as a running back, but how do you stay ready so when your number is called, you can have success?
Right. My mindset, just stay locked in, stay the course. And because you don't want to be thinking like, oh, we're not really running the ball, whatever it may be. Because when your opportunity comes, now you're not ready. So I'm just staying locked in, waiting for that opportunity. And when that opportunity comes, man, make the best of it, make it count. And that's really always my mindset, especially, this year.
And then y'all also had an opportunity to play against the Chiefs earlier in this season. So, didn't have the favorable result. But what's the mindset like going into the AFC Championship against the Chiefs this weekend?
Right, like you say, we took an L to them early in the season. But that was early in the season, man. We both two different teams. From then, I would say we both got better. So the mindset is, man, do whatever it takes by any means necessary. We got to get this W. And like I say, that's just a sense of urgency I've been feeling around the building, from all my brothers.
That sense of urgency is pretty obvious when you look at it. And for me, I told you, previously before we even hopped onto the podcast show, I can't wait until the day that you get more carries because I truly believe you're going to take off to the next level. For me, I think this is the week. So let everybody know what should we expect this week, the AFC Championship game, your biggest game of your career to this day. What should we expect out of the motor?
Hey, man, it's going to be a show. Make sure y'all stay locked in and just know from Motor, I'm going to bring it every play every play like it's my last. And like I say, man, I know my brother's going to do the same.
When you look at Kansas City defense, and obviously it didn't go well the first time, what are some of the things that you guys felt like you had some success from the first game that you could maybe take for this second game coming up, going up against them?
Right. Just execute on our opportunities, that we needed to execute on. I feel like we left a few plays out there on the field that really could have been a difference maker for us in the game. So, man, when it's time to execute, man, we got to execute. And I think that's like the biggest thing, man, just execution. So if we execute, we're going to be fine.
You know was wild, man. Obviously, talking to you, I love your demeanor. You focused, you locked in. I don't sense any nervousness. You know, like you said earlier, when I was young, man, I'll give you an example. I literally pulled. I had a counter play. I pulled to the left. I was supposed to pull to the left, but the counter was a counter right. So I ran into the guard in the middle, man. So I had the nerves there. How do you stay just so even killed, locked in, and focused, knowing everything that's going on around you, man?
I think that's just me. I think that's always been me. You ask anybody that know me, I'm just kind of like a laid back person anyways. But the 5 P's of life, proper preparation prevents poor performance. When you prepare the right way,
give it to us one more time, Devin. What them 5 P's are?
Proper preparation prevents poor performance, So that's really what it is. How we prepare, how I prepare, and just let it all out on the field. Leave it all on the field. That's how I think, man.
Even though you even kill, and you say, let's say, coach, y'all decide to counter OG to the right, but if Tutan is your guard and you see your guard pull, and he pulls the wrong way and runs into the fullback, you ain't even killed. So what's your message to your guard, bro? Because essentially he's getting you killed.
Right. I mean, on that play,
you don't test him out the way. Tell the truth.
I gotta make something happen, but after the play, I'm gonna holler at him like, hey, man, come on now. It's money time. Because I would expect him to do the same thing to me if I had a mistake. Because the situation that we in is win or go home. So, that'll be my message to him. Hey, that's your one time. So let's go. So,
I love it.
Oh yeah.
I love it, and that shows your leadership and to have such a young team, particularly on the offensive side. Talk about the leadership and where that comes from for you guys when you guys are out there on the field.
Yeah, man. I would say, like I said, it started off on the off season, so without the coaches or anybody telling us to, hook up, because we had some new pieces coming into the offense. Yeah. So we gotta get to know each other. I feel like it started there. Just the workouts, like the standard was there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? And that's just how our program is. That's how we are over here. That's the character that we got around the team. That's how our head coach is. But just a lot of young guys who want it. And we're not gonna let each other, slack off. We're gonna hold each other to that standard.
Right. All right, bro. Before we let you get up out of here, I gotta ask you this, because when we played in Buffalo, I'm not aware that the Bills Mafia, they were crushing tables at the time. Maybe they were. But I'm asking you, dog, when you came in a few years ago, and even now, the magnitude of it is way greater. Dog, what was your thought process when you saw man, these people are crazy. They out here Randy Savage off the top rope, elbowing tables and crushing them.
Man, listen, that's different. Never seen nothing like it a day in my life, man. And I've been playing football for a long time. I'm from Florida, and football is big in Florida, Right. And I never seen no fans jumping through no tables that's lit on fire. So that's Bills Mafia, man. We got the best fans. So, but definitely, we got some of the craziest fans, and I'm still seeing some of the crazy stuff go on, So I'm just ready to see what the future holds.
And with those great fans, what would it mean for you and obviously the team to get another win and then take it to another Super Bowl for Bills Mafia, for yourself, for the organization?
Man, well, for myself, that'll be big. First time doing all this, being a part of it, taking the moment. But for Bills Mafia, it'll be even bigger, because it's been so long. Yeah. And then what we went through back in the day, we went 4 times and lost 4 times. So I know it's been so long, they're going to be ready for us to get back and have another shot at it. So, man, it'll mean everything to the city of Buffalo, to us as players. So it's big, man. We got a lot riding on it. But like I say, since the urgency is real over here, we locked in and ready to go.
Well, since the sense of urgency is real, I can tell it's real because it's time to let you go because I know it's time to get back into the playbook, shower, do what you got to do, man. We appreciate you stopping in, my dog, and we gonna check back in with you.
Oh, yeah, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Showing up, bro.